Into the end zone, about the 26-yard line.
Go now, 50, plant.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Plays to start a game so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that script, because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Faking the give to Barkley, now Manning. And Tate's got it. That number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Being chased out left. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Watch the run.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Run.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
To Nelson Aguilar. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the Giants' 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston, and his throw is incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, Both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, the way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
180!
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Wentz now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. 12 yards there and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The toss out to Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. Now Wentz again. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Eagles 21, Giants 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go, baby. Ready.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. On play action. Now Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Check. Lucky. Check the backer.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Manning going to throw. He completes it to Tate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 1st down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Switch. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet snap.
Now a play fake. Manning. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Topper!
On play action, it's Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Manning on target here to Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
60 out long.
1st down, New York.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Into the red zone now. Manning. That's complete to Gallman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, 1st half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mac Hollins, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
first is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Here's Wentz to throw, and he connects with Ertz. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Hey.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a
break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Jackson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
On first down, Wentz. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw again. That's caught by Jackson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the pickup there.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Second down and goal. Wentz. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Wentz. He may try and the Eagles are in for 6. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming. 61. Match box. Hit it.
To throw, it's Manning. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run with Barkley. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Bring it.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Black, come on. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. 10-5-7.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 brings up 3rd and 1.
There we go. Pac-Man. 120. Watch the run. Check your hot read. 36. Sunday. Check. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll go again with Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on 1st down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let them come get the quarterback and dump it off. And there could be some room to roam.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. I'm coming.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.